Hey folks, GHondo here, and welcome back to Auction Not Included. This is episode 101. In the last episode, we found more sources of water, specifically this cool slush geyser here, which I have basically just running off and landing on this pump, which is already there, so no infrastructure was needed. And where was the other one? Here. This one's just a full-on vent, so it comes out a bit hotter, but that doesn't matter. So we popped in a little pump there, and that will just come and dump it up here. Easy as pie. A couple other things to note. In getting ready for today, I noticed none of these are growing. It's too cold in here. They're all complaining about body temperature. Oh, apparently an air pressure as well, but some of them are complaining about temperature, so I'm just going to go ahead and rip out one of these 𝘊𝘰𝘰𝘬𝘥𝘪𝘯𝘢. I'll leave the other one in, but I definitely don't need to. And what else? Oh, the other thing is I had a lovely comment about this. Yeah, this. Since I definitely don't need anywhere near this much of a pool, this pump should be running whenever it wants, so there's no reason this should ever back up this much. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rip all this out and just basically wall all this off. So as not to lose this liquid, I'm going to do it in stages, kind of just pushing the liquid across, but there's really no reason for the pool to be anywhere near this big, so that's where we are. So let's just start with that right off the bat. And just lose all of that. Because none of that needs to be here. And we can speed up. Beautiful. We might as well start tiling this in. Like I say, we'll have to do it in stages so as to push the liquids across so as not to waste them, but we absolutely should have them. Oh, and the other bit about that comment was a question, or more a I thought I saw kind of question, that there was actually sleet wheat on Dripple here, and yes, there absolutely was. I completely missed it. That would have made getting this set up here just that much quicker. Had I noticed that, I could have brought some of that across. Would have saved a bunch of time, but not a big deal. We got it going anyway, so it's all right. So yeah, that's where things are. We are researching the high velocity transport so we can have these interplanetary launchers. No idea how those work. We'll figure it out. Of course, the air down here sucks really bad, so they probably aren't even going to want to be building in here very much, not to mention how hot it is. So I can see this being a very slow build. They're definitely not going to be enjoying that. I also can't help but notice we're down to like 40% breathability. Oh yeah, that's really terrible. Okay, it's time to address that, I can see. Right, so that's probably because all our algae terrariums have been off, right? Well, they are going again now, so this is... Keep an eye on this. As long as this is generally ticking up, we won't worry about it too much. But it does not seem to be ticking up. It still seems to be ticking very much down. Okay. Well then, what shall we do? I guess first off we gotta get rid of some of this carbon dioxide. Maybe then, instead of just having this lovely vent here that works incredibly slowly, although, I mean, carbon dioxide is definitely floating up. So this is working. I was gonna say maybe I do need to put a pump in and just start hauling out there, but maybe I don't. Maybe I just throw in... Do I just throw in a carbon skimmer? I don't really want to. They use a lot of water. But they do pull a lot of carbon dioxide out, so maybe it's worth it. Or maybe I just put in more algae terrariums to help catch up. Maybe that's better. Maybe we'll just throw in a couple more of these here and there. I might want to plant some oxyferns. That might be the other way of doing it. But either way, we'll start with that and see how it goes. We can speed things up a bit here. So they've got all the cables and the pipes out, so just the pump itself, and then to start the wall-in process. Not too bad. I've been keeping an eye on the battery. It's holding in there. It's not doing spectacular, but it's not bad. It's not really slipping. So I think our power situation is mostly okay. We do seem to be running awfully low on lumber. So I also might need to put more trees in. Okay. Well, first though, we're going to grab some printables, and I will be back. Okay, nothing jumped out at me, so when in doubt, more algae. So we definitely need to get these algae terrariums on the go, so you have built these already. There's just waiting on some water to get here. Water is still not great, but it's definitely improving now that this is improving, which means this should be running much more often. If they would like to actually bring some sand over here, I guess. I'm assuming we're not out of sand, we just haven't got any over here yet. No, we have 34 tons of it, so definitely not out of sand, just need somebody to get to it. So they got the pump out of there, but they still have not built the tiles. I do wonder if I should insulate. Probably doesn't matter. Probably doesn't matter. Yeah, sandstone we've got lots of, so yeah, it's definitely just a case of they're just not getting to stuff. Everybody's still too busy. So this will be kind of a slow and annoying process, but it will get the job done, so. And technically every time they run in here and do one, the next trip is just that little bit shorter, so. As much as they're hating this job now, it does get easier. Okay, so they have finally got to that, so that's now going, so the water situation should start improving again. But I think I want to put some oxys in here. That, I think, is going to be a good idea. Apparently we have one just sitting over here for... Not sure why we have one sitting there, but anyway. Oh, it's probably too close to that one. I probably set a bunch of these here, trying to only move one. I don't know, maybe over here or something. And I need a pip. I know we have lots of them. Oh boy, do we ever have lots of them. Pardon me, sir. You would be so kind. Just come on over here. In fact, I might put a bunch of oxys. Strew them around the place a bit. Where's the rest of them? Wow, alright, won't worry about it. We'll let that one get going, and then one of them's over here, and that's good enough for now. Let's get that pip over. There you go. If you would be so kind as to plant at least one, preferably both of these, that would be great. There's no other plants anywhere near here, so you really shouldn't have a problem with that. Like, at all, at all. 200 things that are requiring. Oh, all the wires and dribble. Yeah, yeah, okay. Well, maybe this granite's too hard. Maybe you can't plant stuff here. Alright, there's probably too many other plants nearby for there. So where can I put those? I could probably put one up here, although you'll probably end up doing the grub fruit, which I don't want. Oh wait, no, as soon as I looked away, you did it. Is that the trick? Just don't watch them? It certainly could be. Oh, there's so much here, they can't even do it. Okay. I definitely have to do something about this then. Okay. It is time to start. Should I just use a I should probably just use a carbon skimmer. But yeah, they just use so much water. No, I'm gonna just pump it through. Some of this probably needs to be insulated because it's going to be cold over here. Whoa, 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 maps, what are you doing? Somewhere up there, it doesn't terribly matter where. You can just vent that. And then power. Power would be helpful. Easy. Now, I should probably, though, not have done that. Because I want to be able to put that on a switch, right? Okay. That way, once the pressure is more reasonable, I can shut that off. Okay, guys, if you weren't busy enough, get to it. It's hard to believe there's just so much carbon dioxide that an oxy can't even run to try and help it. Wow. Just wow. Kinda crazy, to be honest. Now, where exactly is the breakpoint where the temperature will get too much? We're still warm here. Actually, very warm over here, but anyway. Okay, so even by here, it didn't really need to be insulated yet, but that's okay. By the time it gets there, it needs to be, so rather than mess around, we'll just do it like that. And again, when you're not too busy, be busier. Right? It can never be too busy. That's kind of nuts. I suppose I should have just built this pipe when I was doing this in the first place. Because I kept thinking at the time how likely it was that it wasn't going to be enough. You know, clearly it does work. It's too slow for the amount of carbon dioxide we're producing, which is insane. And I'm not even entirely sure that one pump will be enough, but it certainly will help. So. It hopefully will help. Sure, we have 42,000 lumber, so how's none... Oh, it is here, okay. I was gonna say, how's none of it here? Oh most of it's right there. Yeah, outside of the arrange to make sure this can get it. But I do wonder if I should let this be a bit closer so this can get it when it needs it. I just don't know how then to make sure this does have enough priority. Unless I lower these. Would that do it, maybe? I'll lower those. Make sure I can still split the outputs to make sure some will get up here for sure, so let's try that. Let's try that and see if that helps. But we're still always going to end up with a lot up here. Which is just not ideal. I wonder if maybe I put like a door or an airlock or something on a timer. So I'll need to make sure it's closed often enough that stuff can land so this thing can grab it. Maybe I'll try that. So I don't know if that'll count. Do it on this side. No idea what said timer should be in. Oh, actually, I guess these airlocks probably don't support. They probably don't support automation, do they? No, they don't. I can't use that kind. I have to use just a regular door, maybe? Or mechanized airlock, I guess. That probably would do it, because that one at least is powered. Yeah, because that one at least I can set. Okay. Alright, first, printables. I'll be back. Okay, I'm just going to grab some nice processed iron. Probably don't really need it, but I think it might be helpful. Hopefully, anyway. I have too many projects going on. I need to let them actually work on stuff. Your stress level is getting a bit on the high side there, buddy. Because your morale is terrible. Why is that? Great hall, you're getting bedroom. You somehow didn't have nature reserve. Somehow. How could you possibly have gotten out without going through the nature reserve? The unbreathable nature reserve, but the nature reserve nonetheless. How did we get a morb here? You know what? Never mind. It doesn't matter. We have one. It's good. Sometimes you should just not ask questions that you don't actually want the answers to. I don't know if you'll actually plant that there or not, because there's probably too many plants already, but we'll try. And if it comes down to it, I suppose I can always rip out something. I don't know which one, but probably this fir vine that's not really doing anything. But I'll give you some time to see if you happen to plant that or not. And we'll do it by not looking at you, because that seems to work better. Okay, so for some reason they built the vent, but none of the pipes while they were there. It's very interesting how they prioritize these things. I get this one, they're just basically building their way across, that's fine, but why did they go up here and just build the one piece but none of the stuff beside it? That doesn't... These people are strange. Very, very strange. Okay, so this is now up. Right, so we need this to be... 10 is fine, but this one should be higher. So basically just open every once in a while. The idea here is, later when this is built, stuff will drop here, and it'll sit for a while to give this thing time to grab it if it wants it, and then if it doesn't, it can then be dropped, and then this one can have it to fuel here. That's the idea. Whether this works or not, we shall see, but that's the idea anyway. And I don't see why it wouldn't work. But obviously we won't know for sure until it's completely done, but I'm pretty sure it will work. Did I not? Oh, no I did not. So I'm not allowed to, apparently. Okay. So you can't take heavy watt. That's not ideal. Because this is going to be way too much of a load. Well, then I guess you're going to be unpowered then, which means you're just going to be slower to open, but that's actually fine. It shouldn't matter for what we're doing. As long as this can open even a little bit. And we can just see if this polluted dirt falls, that'll be telling me sufficiently if 10 seconds is enough for an unpowered door. What I am going to do, though, is make that happen sooner just so we can see. Because I'm slightly impatient. Yeah, absolutely. No problem at all. Okay. So yeah, that totally works. It doesn't technically need to be powered, so we might as well not power it. Works for me. So obviously we'd have to wait for them to finish building the bit of the conveyor there, and we're all set. Not entirely sure how I got into some kind of screenshot mode there, but we'll ignore that. All done? All done. Alright, so did you end up planting that? No, you did not. Okay. In that case, I guess we're going to live without something here. And it's probably going to be this fir vine. But it might be the buddy bud. Well, that one directly gives floral scent, which is helpful. Whereas this one just does some decor. Okay, we're going to live without it. Actually, not necessarily. If I switch this to dirt, that might be far enough. I'm going to try it before we rip that out. This might still be too close, but it's worth a try. Where did our little pit buddy go? Okay, you're way over there still, that's fine. I don't see any other seeds here that are likely to get in the way, so I think you'll be okay if you decide to do it. And like I say, I don't know if that's going to work or not, but it is certainly worth a try. Okay, well, I think we're going to leave things there for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It really does help. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. See ya.